Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Illinois about to kick it away to get things started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Buckeyes offense is on the field for the first time today. The Buckeyes obviously enjoyed the upper hand historically in this battle for the Illibuck.
And the Illibuck trophy is actually the second oldest football trophy in the Big Ten. Only behind the Little Brown Jug, Palmer. So this is some serious tradition. I don't know what the trophy is. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. It looks like a turtle to me, but I don't know the significance. But this is a rivalry.
It's a pretty cool-looking wooden turtle, I'll say that. And that's saying something, Pollack. How about that? A history lesson from you. Anyone that says that this football game's not educational, they just don't watch us enough.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man downfield. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. He's looking to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Third down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. So Illinois' offense will go to work for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got the quick pass. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Illinois lining up quickly. They get him down after he makes the catch. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And that pass picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
The give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The trophy that the Buckeyes and Illini play for, the Illibuck, guys, is a giant wooden turtle.
Imagine that, man. You're having to put your trophies in a water tank and feed it. It's probably the only trophy that ever had that ability. It's incredible. It was nurtured. Maybe a little bit different story now, David, but that is pretty cool history, Luis.
Yeah, and I guess you really only need one turtle every 100 years, so the trophy's not expensive. I guess you just got to take care of it, and every year you pass a live living animal. That's why they changed it.
Makes a connection. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Reeled it in and just made the house call. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it. Recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll haul it in right around the logo. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No.
Makes a catch at the 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Buckeyes have taken it inside the 20. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He's right on target. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, wants to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The Buckeyes in the hurry up.
Offense facing 4th down.
On the option. He'll toss it. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. BYU was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Robbie Bosco and company delivered in their national championship season of 1984. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Coming after it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. The quick out. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. What a grab and go for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Line gets set, first down. Defense wants to bring the heat. Looking to move it through the air.
What can't you say about how dominant this guy has been each and every week? He's making a case for the Heisman Trophy. He's making a case for every major college football award. He's making a case to be the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. That's now his 20th sack of the season.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's got great speed, and the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Here comes the offense on first down. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Across the 25, he's got room. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Quick release on the RPO. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They're testing the right side here. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Flips it out to the back. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He unleashes a long one. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Illinois offense returns to the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive in.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch right at the 50. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The Buckeyes want to crank the touchdown Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. San Jose State took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Spartans that fired on all cylinders. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The offense set for a 1st down play. He wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. On 1st down from their own 22. It's complete to the left. And more yards after contact. Open runway ahead. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked off in the end zone. He'll try to take it back. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. He's going to fire deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. Buckeyes starting to pull away from this one, and Illinois is in trouble.
First of all, we all know Ohio State's the more talented team. Every time they play, Illinois knows that going into it. They need things to go right. Not everything going right in this rivalry game. The wheels are starting to come off, Palmer.
Yeah, you're right, David. In this game, this is really Illinois' national championship. Ohio State's expected to win. You're never sure what their headspace is going to be coming into it. They came in here locked and loaded and focused, and they're showing it here in the second half.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The give on the counter. That play just never had a chance. They knocked him down for a loss of 5. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be...
And down he goes back at the 3. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's going to let it go. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It's 1st down from the 11. They'll immediately call timeout. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get the red because...
Touchdown, Ohio State! And the route is on. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Offense set on 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack. Illinois lining up to punt this one away.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback checking off. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab on the right. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
I spent time with a lot of coaches when you got a huge lead in the fourth quarter, and they say run the football and run the clock out. And I've seen a lot of other coaches that say, listen, they get paid to stop us. It's their job to try to stop us, and apparently they live in the second world as this coach.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. He's looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man, we expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out, put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Quarterback will audible. He'll start this drive firing. Steps away. Throws into the middle of the field. And it's caught inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And they get to him just in time and ride him out of bounds at the 1.
Hold it, offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set, 1st down. He's going to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack.
He's loose down the left side. The 30, the 20. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today.
He's going up top. Makes the grab down the left side. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Get a big play like that last one. You flip the field. You change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. The throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. Offense getting set for 1st down. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive.